Hey everybody, it's Rob with Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today we're going to be shooting a bunch of cast lead bullets at that cast lead plate down there and see what happens when you shoot lead at lead. Should be a lot of fun, so stick around. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in on that plate so you kind of see what we're talking about. That plate is approximately about 10-inch diameter. Let me see. Being my own cameraman today here. So yeah, that plate right there, that's about 10 inches in diameter. And it is approximately 3/4 of an inch thick. So, first up, we're just going to start at the bottom. We've got a 22 long rifle fired from this Walther P22. Let's go down there and check it out. Alrighty, so first shot at the lead plate using the 22. I'm really surprised. That's already a heck of a crater. That's really deep. That we might have to get out a second plate, which we do have. We have 2 of these plates, and we just want to go through the calibers and see what happens to them. We'll get loaded up with the next caliber and see what kind of damage it does and see if we need to back it up with another lead plate. We'll be right back. It was pretty surprising how much damage that 22 long rifle did. I'm really shocked. Like I said, I've got a second plate if we need to back it up. But next up, 9mm, 124 grain powder coated cast lead. And this is out of my Polymer 80 Glock 34 build. Wow, I can see it's a huge crater. It doesn't look like it goes all the way through, but I'm thinking it's rather close. Let's go check it out. All right, let's see how far that 9mm went in there. That is, wow. I mean, I've got some big hands. My pinky fits in that hole. And wow, it's actually starting to bulge on the back and kind of crack a little bit. I don't know how well it shows on camera, but yeah, man. So we're gonna go get loaded up with the next one, and I'm gonna put the other plate behind this one to back it up because I don't want to blow through too early. Okay, we're gonna do 9mm again, same 124 grain powder coated cast 9mm. At this point, time out of my high point carbine. See what happens with the little extra velocity. Let's go check it out. Alrighty. So that is definitely deeper than the one before, but it's a narrower splash. It's a skinnier splash. And I think it's just because it was higher velocity, so it went deeper and didn't splash as much. Obviously it didn't go through the second plate, but I'm sure it's probably got a bulge in there between the two. That's definitely deeper than this other one. Oh yeah. Man, things are going through the plates a little easier than I thought they would. But time to up the caliber and see what happens with the next one. Alright, we got a gun out we haven't shown on the channel in a while. It's our Cmmg Banshee in 10mm. Shooting 175 grain hard cast 10mm round. Let's see what happens. It's a pretty big hole. Let's go check it out. Alright, let's check this out here. It's a pretty big splash right here, kind of in the middle on the bottom. And I can actually see where the first plate stops and the second plate begins. So the 10mm, if I still just had the one plate up, it would have gone all the way through. Next up, 45 ACP. Alright, got a Smith & Wesson M&P 45, shooting a 230 grain round nose, solid cast lead. Let's go check it out. Get right here by our 22. See it right there. You can see the bullet still smashed in there. It didn't make it in there very far, and I mean, it's a 45. I knew it wouldn't. I knew the 10mm was going to beat it, because 10mm is better than 45. And if you don't believe it, there's your proof. All right, we've got two different 357s that we're going to shoot next. This Taurus Model 66 with a 4-inch barrel. And then I've got my Henry Golden Boy, or Big Boy Brass, and 357 with a 20-inch barrel. We're going to shoot a 38 special out of each one of them. Then we'll shoot a 357 Magnum out of each one of them. There is a tremendous velocity difference, which is why we're going to do the two different guns. Well, let's see how the 4-inch does. I'm going to aim for that right edge of the plate. Don't think I hit the right edge of the plate. No, I hit the left edge of the plate. Oh well, I found a fresh spot. That's all that really matters. Let's check that out. All right, there's our fresh 38 special. That really didn't hardly do anything. That did less than the 9mm, I feel like. Although, look at that. It's been jarred enough our 9mm popped out. Might have to add that to my collection of recovered bullets, because that's pretty neat. All right, 158 grain, 38 special again, but this time out of my Henry Big Boy Brass. Let's go check it out. All right, so that 38 special hit right here. So you can see it, there was a huge difference between shooting it out of the pistol and shooting it out of a rifle. All right, so same 158 grain bullet, this time just loaded in a 357 Magnum casing with a pretty hot 357 load of powder. I think that went over another one of our spots. But you know what, I'm gonna go grab the Henry and we're gonna do the shot with the Henry, then we'll go down and take a look at both of them. All right, 158 grain cast, 357 Magnum. Out of the Henry Big Boy Brass. That looks like that went pretty deep. Let's go check it out. All right, let's see what damage these 357 Magnums did. So they both landed right here, right in the middle. They're pretty deep. Obviously they hit pretty hard. But here's the thing, we're starting to get bullets popping out of the holes. This was our 230 grain 45, and look at that, it's completely inside out. Like, you can almost use that as a shot glass. I think this was 9mm. This one was a 10mm that popped out. And here's another 9mm. So we're getting all these inside out bullets that have smashed into the lead plate and turned inside out. And as we're shooting more bullets into there, we're having them pop loose. And actually, I'm betting, let me get my knife out here. This is pretty cool. Here's a 45, I believe. Might be able to pop this one out. Maybe. Maybe not. But here we got, you can see this is coming kind of loose. So we're actually able to, we're getting these bullets out of this lead plate, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Here's one of those 357s, and again, other than bent up, it's kind of like it's turned inside out. It's pretty neat. There's where the other 357 hit. But let's move on up. We've got some even bigger calibers to shoot and see what happens to these things. All right, we're ramping her up. We've got a 240 grain 44 Magnum from the Smith & Wesson 629 Classic. I'm gonna kind of aim for the top part of that where there's not as many shots. Perfect. That's a big old hole, man. Let's go check that out. All right. Let's see what that 44 mag did. Well, that is a big old freaking hole. Let's see if it's done anything out the back. Not quite, but I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. There's a big old bulge between these two plates that are pushing them apart. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll end up pulling that 44 mag bullet out of there. It's actually loose. I think our next caliber just might knock that sucker slightly looser. Let's find out. All right, last but certainly not least, 700 grain cast 500 Magnum for my Performance Center 10.5 inch 500 Magnum. Let's do this. I broke my whole table. Let me go fix stuff and we'll go check it out. Alright, you guys aren't going to believe this. This is absolutely freaking incredible. That's why you can't mess with a 500 Magnum. There's nothing like it. So first off, what we have here is an inside out 700 grain 500 Smith & Wesson bullet. So that's crazy enough as it is. I mean, we keep collecting these inside out bullets, but this is the chunk of that front plate that it knocked out of the front plate, and then it left this dent, let me get out of the sun here, in the plate behind it. So big old hole that this was where this was at, and then that dent that goes halfway through that plate, and an inside out 500 Smith & Wesson bullet. That's just absolutely insane. I did not expect to get results like this. I've been planning this video for a long time and I just never got around to doing it, and I wish I had, because this was a lot of fun. Alright, that just about wraps it up. You know, yeah, I had a lot of fun making this video. I've got some other stuff that we're going to do a similar type video on, you know, starting off with like 22 and just working our way through. I did not expect the lead on lead to be such a good time, but it was. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please subscribe, and hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye. Hey everybody, it's Rob the Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today we're going to shoot a bunch of cast lead bullets at that cast lead plate and see... Ugh.